G'day and welcome back to Game 3 between BetBoomTeam and NemigaGaming. This is lower bracket eliminations, quarterfinals. So the winner of this will progress through to the lower bracket semi-final. The loser goes home empty-handed. No more progression through to TI. The TI dream will be dead for another year. So with that, with all the lollies on the line, BetBoomTeam immediately ban out the Timbersaw and the Bat. Very standard bans this game, this series. Chen and Death Prophet will be the first bans from Nemiga. So Nemiga not planning on picking the Chen this time, or not wanting to have it first picked by BetBoom, will get rid of it. You got to think about who's first picking, who's second picking here. So if you're not getting first pick, you want to ban out the hero that you absolutely don't want the enemy to have, but leave in the heroes they might not pick and the ones you potentially want. So Nemiga will have a very strong opening with Enchantress Void. This already is a scary lineup. When I see the Undying again on BetBoomTeam, which I've been less than impressed with, and in reply, Nemiga chuck out an Enchantress Faceless Void. I mean, Nemiga can just take this draft wherever they want. They've secured the Void. I think more and more this Void may become first phase ban material because it's just so powerful. Like Nemiga can do what they want now. They can build their draft around the Void. They can just leave the Void there as insurance. But BetBoom backed into a corner. They will grab the Dahak Visage. So I see no reason why it won't be the build we've seen so far in previous games, which is the sort of Wraith Pact boots, drums into Boots of Bearing build. Certainly being the go-to in the previous 3 games yesterday. Maybe he's going to adapt that build a little bit and change it up. We'll have to wait and see. Huskar being the next to be banned out.
Impossible.
And Dawnbreaker. So that global potential being removed, and the ability to keep Visage alive in the fights. I do note that Viper is still in the draft, and Viper is an excellent combination with Faceless Void. So I think if BetBoom don't get rid of the Viper in these stage of bans, they might just pick it themselves. They might pick it, Nemiga, unless they plan on getting the Viper themselves, BetBoom. But I think Viper is high priority right now. Mars and Enigma both being banned out as well. So Enigma, good combination, good follow up with that Faceless Void. Even just getting the Midnight Pulse down on top of a Chrono is very, very powerful. Pangolier, it's no ban on Viper. I'd love to see a Viper. Lina so far has been ignored as well. So, you know, if Nemiga picked Viper Lina right now, Viper Lina, I'm scared for BetBoom, and possibly think that that's what they should do. Have one final ban themselves, Nemiga, to prevent something coming out. You know, I'm thinking, do you want to ban a saving support here? Do you want to get rid of a Shadow Demon or a Dazzle? No, they just get rid of the Kunkka themselves. So, ability to keep the Faceless Void around. Yeah, you don't want Faceless Void to jump out just to be X'd back in. Oh, it's a Phoenix. So big team fight Nemiga are going for here. Drop the Chrono, drop the egg on top. So that does still leave room for a Viper. A Viper and a Lina. I think at the moment we've got a 1, a 4, and a 5 picked for Nemiga. I can't believe the Viper hasn't been contested yet here. Particularly against a Visage. And an Undying, I mean. Viper's just going to eat an Undying for alive in lane. You know, if this 5 Undying laying up against a Viper, what's the Undying to do? Every time you even get close, you're just going to take a bunch of damage. Just eating into their reserve time right now, BetBoom, getting into the think tank. What is it how do they want to run this draft? If they're committing to a Visage, they sort of have to commit to fast tempo. Doom it is. Now Doom, despite being a little bit slow to begin with, does ramp up reasonably quick. You get the Blink and the Centaur Stomp with a few levels in that, the Infernal Blade, and you can start moving around the map quite quickly. It's a Shadow Shaman. But just their their mid laner to come probably from BetBoom, assuming that Dahak is on this safe lane Visage. I'm not quite sold on this draft from BetBoom. I'm certainly more confident with the executionable ability of Nemiga with their draft at the moment. Viper is screaming at me. I think Viper and Lina. Lina's excellent with Chrono. You know, good damage, good follow-up stun. And can dominate that mid lane against whoever it's going to be. I'll be stunned if Nemiga don't pick a Lina or a Viper in these next 2 picks. The side of BetBoom, what do they need is their final pick. They're sort of mid themselves. I mean, Lina wouldn't go astray for them. Although, I think maybe something quite tanky would be good if they want to push around this Visage. Something that can take advantage of the auras. Lina could be that hero. Bristleback is still in the pool. Potentially for the side of BetBoom, something that can move quickly with the Visage, have a good time. There's the Lina, yeah. I have to say, I was shocked that it didn't come out as the 3rd pick. So Lina's there, and honestly, it's a Viper to close the draft for Nemiga here. Although they might want something a little more strength tanky based. You know, Primal Beast is still in the pool. There's still a Clockwork. They want maybe something a little bit easier to get in. Beastmaster is removed, yeah. They might look for more of a traditional offlaner, you know, stun-bot. Is DK being banned out? And DK is still in the pool actually as well, so yeah, they might just look for a DK. Although there's no strong extreme follow-up except from the Lina for the DK stun. The Storm Spirit banned out. Yeah, they don't want anyone getting on top of or getting into their backline easily with a Storm Spirit getting on top of their Lina, forcing an inopportune Chrono. Centaur War Runner's banned out. Yeah, so they're fearing BetBoom, this tanky offlaner that can really stand in the front line for Nemiga. You're going to advocate for this Viper. I think it's excellent in this draft.
10 seconds.
Maybe it's doubling down a little bit too much on the Faceless Void damage. You maybe want another way to initiate. Yeah, maybe they do want another way to initiate instead of going all in on that Chrono damage. Windrange is banned. Okay. The final pick. BetBoom. They fearing the Viper and going to pick it up themselves? Maybe. I think it's a mid unless they chuck the Visage to mid and are still going to pick their safe laner now. But from what I've seen from BetBoomTeam, Dahak is the Visage specialist and does play that from the safe lane. Nemiga's draft just looks fine the way it is. Like any addition to their draft right now, Nemiga looks excellent. But BetBoom's team's draft, they feel like they need the missing piece here. They're really taking their time trying to figure out what it is they need. Sniper. Or my stunned silence. Says everything I think about that. I guess it's decent against Lena. It's sort of outrange. Good at hitting the egg. Decent against Enchantress with the innate agility, you know, build up of attack speed. It's not a bad pick, but it's certainly has to have a decent start, I think. Sniper's going to struggle to recover if it has trouble. I mean, the lanes aren't that aggressive right now from Nemiga, so it's so far what they're seeing on the lanes, you know, wherever that sniper goes, it's not too bad. It's probably going to be a Phoenix in the offlane with the offlaner. Sand King. Oh, yeah. Nemiga, they went in for that final bit of initiation, so they're not fully reliant on the Faceless Void, and certainly this is what they needed. And Sand King is a classic counter to the Visage as well. So with the Sandstorm damage and the pulses from the ulti, it just tears through the Gravekeeper's Cloak stacks. So once again, you know, this early pick Visage is a counterable hero. If Malorine gets a Daedalus again, Visage is going to be still pretty much just paper. I have to say I'm favoring Nemiga's draft, and certainly after they came back in that game too, they certainly have the momentum with them, and I think heading into this game, I favor the draft of Nemiga, and I favor, I think, their playstyle. Particularly, I'm not sold by the playstyle around this this core Visage. The mid sniper, pos 1 Visage, trying to give Lena a bit of resistance in this mid lane, but does Lena really struggle against sniper? I think Lena just stands there and whacks him. Lena's attack range is quite long. Base. Team of the first barracks kill. I think Nemiga. Maybe BetBoom might get the first barracks kill, but I don't think they're going to win the game. No number of smoke gang kills. I mean, sure. 13 plus.
I love Dota so much.
É a shotgun da destruição. Hasta luego. Oh, por Dios.
Okay. So it looks like we are getting back into it from this initial pause, and away we go. Game 3 between BetBoomTeam and Nemiga. Nemiga will immediately pop the smoke when he get those wards out. So bad. With the initial 2 wards, will head out through the top ramp.
Wanna play with fire?
Wanna play with fire? Malorine certainly does. Sporting their own observer ward, heading down the mid lane themselves. Seneko with a sentry, not wanting to use their observer ward. We'll just scout out to see if there's a ward around. Really not seeing there any at the moment. They will pop it on the high ground here. There's the 2 obs for Nemiga scouting out the top side of this map. One on the high ground and one a little lower, nearer to the river. Starting obs for BetBoom, one right on top of the mid lane. And their other, it's being held on to by Roger at the moment, where it potentially might end up. It looks like there might be a little bit of a rune contest at the top rune here. Quite a few heroes gathering around. Hellscream wondering, can I just yoink a bounty rune? Probably not. Top room, Roger, a lot of damage. This is a hard contest. Roger can do a lot of right clicks, and they will end up getting the 2 bounties for BetBoom, one for Nemiga, and the last bounty we'll head over to Nemiga. So 2 bounty runes apiece, nice and even to start things off, and Vazia will be forced to actually take the Burrow Strike level 1 against Seneko. Possibly just so he didn't take too much harass damage heading into the lane. So in the bottom lane, we will have Nemiga with Vazia on the Sand King, being supported by Hellscream on the Phoenix. He'll be laning up against Seneko, playing Undying, and Dahak playing the one Visage. In the mid lane,
Dire's courier has been killed.
Malorine will be playing once again the Lina, which dominated last game, up against Lal on the Sniper. And in the top lane, Kiritich playing the one Faceless Void with So Bad supporting on the Enchantress, up against Noticed on the 3 Doom, and Roger on the 4 support. So, pretty standard lanes, no real drastic lane swaps here at the moment. Vazia has had quite a poor start, leveling this one Burrow Strike, not being able to push the wave in, not being able to secure the initial creeps, so not looking good. 0 last hits at the moment for the Sand King on the bottom lane, so a bit of a disaster starting for this Sand King. Mid lane Sniper is contesting 6 and 4 opposed to 3 and 1, so Malin really struggling on this Lina, maybe until he gets another couple of levels. That harass will continue to come out. The creep wave is a long way behind. The courier is actually going to die. Hellscream will get it, so 25 gold each for his team. Seneko not going to appreciate that at all. He's got 9 mangoes and a clarity, so lots of potential regen there. Noticed popping the Scorched Earth on top, just forcing back So Bad and Kiritich a little bit, trying to secure these range creeps. Roger with that 72 damage will do that quite easily. Bottle for the Lina. No bottle for Lal, instead opting to head into the stats. Oh my goodness. I mean, he just dies. Level 2, no Sandstorm, bottom lane. So sad for this starting Sand King. This level 1 Burrow Strike just didn't get anything done. He needs some help, honestly. He needs some help on this bottom lane. Because Sand King is sort of the key to Nemiga's draft. If he has a slow start, then he's going to really struggle to get a lot done. Dahak, he's getting hit a little bit under the tower with the Burrow Strike, but he'll turn around with quite a lot of damage and turn it back on Vazia. Lina recovering in the mid lane, 11 and 2 as opposed to 15 and 8 now. That is catching up on those last hits. While the Wild Ring is here with a bit of a Cyclone, will send Noticed back. It doesn't last for too long nowadays, only the 10 seconds or so. Although no, that keeps going. It's only channeled for 10 seconds. It keeps going. This Cyclone, it's zoning him back. That's actually so much value just from the small creep there. Malorine will drop back to grab that bounty rune just to refill the bottle, at least a couple of charges. Farm up some small camps while he's there. Snako Sentry with a tombstone potential with the mango pop on the mid lane. Only the 1 level in shrapnel at the moment, so not a lot of slow. Yeah, this is what Vazda wanted to be doing the whole time, just cutting waves with the Sandstorm, making sure he gets his XP and gold. He is going to recover here, but man, it was a slow start to this Sand King. Oh, Notice just eating So Bad's creep. So a little bit of a counter there. Think about later on in the game. Roger with the shackles coming through. Notice has the damage, those big swipes. There's no untouchable yet on this Enchantress, and that low HP pool. Kiritich will trade as much as possible and then time walk off the damage in this top lane. Salve immediately comes out from Noticed, so with that Alpha, Wolf is quite ready to keep going. Yeah. Lina, you know, I'd say trading evenly now after those initial lanes. In fact, starting to get a few denies. Back over on the Sniper. 2 in Sandstorm now, so he can, yeah, he might just pop the Sandstorm here. Can contest this with the 1 in Caustic Finale. And Snako really can't do anything to this Sand King now. of a sudden, so there is Hellscream bottom, but it's very hard for either side to kill one another, assuming they don't get too much out of position. Top lane though, so bad's been going on again. And notice with the Scorched Earth, we'll get the damage done. Kiritich trying to commit, he does go in. One more bash, he gets it. Oh, Bash City, well done Kiritich. He does decide to gamble on that one, and he is rewarded. So bad. Not so unhappy about that trade now. Quite happy to take it up. Tombstone drop middle lane with the glyph. Just to try and force back Malorine. Hellscream. Gonna try and commit onto this Tombstone. This heal will come out. Oh, you just need one more hit, actually. One more hit would have got it. I think that would have been the correct call. One more hit and then probably dive away. Glyph. Counterglyph comes out. There is a catapult still alive. Something to bear in mind. Roger's in the area as well. Level 4. Snako no longer has a Tombstone. So, pretty much a lot of the effectiveness of his hero is in the bin at the moment. The grip comes out over onto Sobad. Second shrapnel, trying to escape up onto the high ground. LSA does miss over onto Roger. And Sobad, with the Nature's Attendants, will be able to heal himself up. Bottom lane, now that initial death went over to this on the Sand King, he's pretty much had a pretty clean lane. Gonna get built into a null tally plus a bracer, raindrops, and the magic stick. Very survivable if he was ganked. And it is going to be this Vlad's into Wraith Pack build on the Visage. So going for those auras. Midas is actually pretty done on Doom. 7 minutes in. The level 3 Devour. This Doom is having an absolutely wonderful game. Really feeling it on this top lane. I'm just flip over the net worth and we can see, yeah, that Doom with that Devour, 3.9k gold, almost 4k gold just jumped up to there. Top 3 on the side of BetBoom currently. LSA does connect. Headshots slowed down by the shrapnel. 3 headshots in a row. With the decay, it's enough. They just chase down the Lena, so Mallory not really getting everything he wants. At the same time, Doom dies in the top lane, and Sand King dies elsewhere. There's 2 kills, 3 different kills. I need 3 eyes. 3 eyes, thank you. The multi-screen. The tier 1 tower will die in the middle. Hellscream desperately needing some XP. Only level 3 currently. Wants to get towards that supernova. It's the attack speed or move speed increase as well from the Grave Chill. The damage. It's just a level 1 soul assumption. So much value in that level 1 spell. Now, Nemiga, with this Void draft, I don't think they're behind too far at this point to feel worried. Kiritich is in onto this Snako with the Warpine Raider as well. They'll get the kill here as well. Malorine. Will we get the Laguna over onto Lal? I think they have the damage as well. So 2 kills turned around for Nemiga here as well, and that's got to feel excellent after having a little bit of a rough early game. The Huck has turned up top with the birds and the Vlads, so this tower is going to fall quite quickly. Nothing really they can do about it, even if they're mass TP'd. I think it dies before the TP is even complete. Big element of the draft here for Nemiga, though, is this Blink Dagger on Sand King. Got some early stats, and he needs to get the Sand King this Blink so he can make an impact in this game, particularly on the Huck. You get an Epicenter Sandstorm on top of the Huck, this Gravekeeper's Cloak is not going to really be a factor. Malorine has the Falcon Blade going for the Boots of Travel next, so I think going once again for the right-click build, what we're probably going to be seeing here, is standing up on the lane. Undying, not really with any innate jump capacity. Dropping the Tombstone down isn't exactly the best way to go in. Kiritich with his own Midas, so it's Midas Gaming right now. Let's have a quick check of items. We've got a Midas on the Doom and a Midas on the Faceless Void. So both heroes on that top lane ended up going in for the efficiency route, the greed route with the Midases. Hellscream still only level 4. Just He needs to get that level 6.
Dire's radiance
I wonder if there's a book coming out to him right now. Actually, into the Rosh Pit we go. With the Vlads and the birds. Mass Serpent Words committed. Look at Roche. It's dying fast. I don't think they can get there and contest. Even if every hero on the side of Nemiga came over right now, they wouldn't get there fast enough. This Roche is dying way too quickly. With the Alpha Wolf aura as well. That's just it. Aegis over on Dahak. So this Sand King initiation won't be enough.
bottom tower is
Won't be enough. For the next 5 minutes. Hellscream did though get the book, I believe, and it has the level 6 online with the Supernova. Enchantress, not such as an impactful level 6, probably wants to get a point in the Untouchable, particularly against a sniper. You know, he's going to be plinking him down. So it will be useful, but certainly the Supernova is the spell you'd want to prioritize getting that blink over, or this level 6 over onto. Snako and Noticed coming in. They've got Midas off cooldown, but more importantly, the blink is active with the Centaur Warstomp. So will they find anyone up in the triangle? Doom is leveled as well. So bad. Probably be decent to tank this gank if he could. He's showing in the lane. I don't think they want him, but they'll probably take him. They will go in with the Initiate. However, the Nature's Attendants get off. They have a bit of burst. Soul Assumption's there, but it's not going to be enough. With those Nature's Attendants, just level 1. And the level 1 in Untouchable. Doom. He wound up that big sword. He gave it a big swing back. But it was big swing, no ding on this Doom, as the Enchantress just waltzed away and found it enchanting. Titch. Actually, they could go in here. It's an Aegis. They have to be careful. Sunray coming through. Can they kill without Chrono first time? I think they will. They have a Chrono to commit a second time, but I think they just want to get out. Phasda's going to be the collateral damage. Saving that Chrono, knowing they lost their damage sources for that second life. Actually heading bottom. Chrono on top as well, just to run away. Lina dies.
Radiant's top tower.
So Lina dies and a Chrono just to run, and he's got no TP. He's going to be found. They see him. They see the cut tree, and they're on him here. This is going to be a dead Faceless Void. No way for him to get out of this one with the birds there as well to scout him out. That's a disastrous turn of events for Nemiga. They get the Aegis, but really at what cost? Their Void not farming. I guess the Midas isn't ready to be used just yet, so not all is lost.
Bottom tower.
Bazia did reveal that blink in the last fight. Has a shovel, just trying to get a little more efficiency. A few bounty runes out of it. Lal has the Dragon Lance, moving into a Mage Slayer. Very situational item this game. Thinking about all the magic damage coming out. So there is a 3-man smoke. Notice is leading the charge again once. Oh, it's the Lina. If they find him, he will be toasted. Get a glimpse? Maybe. Siniko pops it. They get the tombstone down. They see where he is. Blink in. Centaur stump. Doom immediately lose. Sobad's trying to TP in. He does come in, but there's not actually going to be any rotation. Roger comes in with the hold onto the bird. Will he get a chance to get off the ultimate? I think he will. No, the stun comes out. He does. Out comes the Supernova. Now they can turn around. Dahak, he's getting burnt down. One more attack from the tower will almost be enough. And it's actually 3 deaths for the side of BetBoom. They commit so hard in on this Phoenix to get the kill before the Supernova goes off, but all fails as they go for that kill. Epicenter is now ready once again. Chrono in 41. Laguna Blade is active. Of course, it's got quite a short cooldown, only 70 seconds, so that will be ready almost for every fight. Once you level up level 3, 50-second cooldown. You know, 50-second cooldown on ultimate means you'll have it ready all the time.
Gotcha.
Now, it cannot be underestimated the effect of this Midas Devour Doom. He is going to keep keep scaling quite well. My mistake. Top lane, they actually get a catch over on the Lina. Just Dahak flying through. Not even Ags to catch. But, oh, it is the blink, sorry. The blink reveal onto Roger. Will catch him out there on that top lane. I say Blink Dagger, the farm is going to keep coming quickly unnoticed. He has an item coming to him right now. What is it? It's the Mithril Hammer, so working towards that BKB. I think he's just going to skip over the Soul Ring for the time being. Think about getting a BKB. He's got 495 mana. It's enough. It's enough to work with. He's got a wand. So he should be fine, at least for one set of spells. That Soul Ring would enable him to farm a little bit issue. Faster, what's the issue? Says the admin.
Some things
PC.
to be.
PC is the problem. So let's just use this opportunity to have a look through at our items that we have on our heroes. So Seneko, looking to get towards that Holy Locket, get a little bit of additional heal from the Soul Rip, and has the Seeds of Serenity in his back pocket at the moment. Doom, working towards the BKB, also has the Fairy's Trinket, just reducing the cost of those spells a little bit. Roger has that freshly revealed Blink Dagger and is also holding onto a Tumbler's Toy for a little bit of extra mobility and mana. Of course, the spells on Shadow Shaman are very, very expensive. You're looking at 200, 170, 150, 100, and they're not maxed out yet. So, very expensive spells on Shadow Shaman, like 150 to 190. Level 3 to a level 4 cost on something isn't an ultimate. Like, that's a very heavy mana cost. So having that plus 200 mana from the Tumbler's Toy, very impactful. Lal has the Mage Slayer already, so 25% magic resist, but the debuff, if you can get a debuff, 35% less spell damage for 6 seconds, you can get a hit off over onto Lina or the Sand King before the damage starts to come out. Even the Phoenix, 35% less, plus the 25% he's getting from the Mage Slayer just passively. A lot of damage reduction. The Huck must have it flying out actually on the courier. Let's have a look. Yeah, so the Wraith Pact is flying out. He already has the recipe in the backpack, so Wraith Pact will be coming out in a moment. Lina, who's currently in the grave. Falcon Blade, Boots of Travel, so she can move around quite quickly with the bottle as well for a little bit of regen. Looking to move towards a Dragonlance, it looks like. Dragonlance at this point, a little bit wants additional attack range. Has the Pig Pole, plus 6 stats, does make quite a difference. Enchantress has the completed Full Staff, holding onto the broom handle for a little bit of extra armor, plus 4 armor makes a big difference. Also, we know it has 13 stick charges, just holding onto that for when he's potentially gone on. Heritage on the Void obviously has that Midas going to work as well, but won't farm as quickly as this Doom. Maelstrom ready to farm up as well, but also a decent farming item. Wants to get the Shard sooner rather than later. Phoenix, no real items to speak of at this point. Wants to work towards a Shiva's Guard, so very optimistic with that skill build, or not skill build, the item build, but certainly if he starts working on it now, might be able to get that armor and slowly work towards that Mystic Staff to get that item up and running. I think he sees the ultimate as being quite big this game, and he can have a little bit of attack speed reduction around him. It will make a bit of a difference in the long run. Finally, we have Vazia on the Sand King.
Just as I envisaged.
Phase Boots with the Blink and moving into the Shard BKB. The Shard, of course, on the Sand King, giving that extra epicenter damage. And every 700 units causes a small single epicenter pulse around Sand King. Pretty good against Visage. Anything that is an additional damage tick against Visage, so multiple large damage ticks, are really, really good just to burn through those charges of the Gravekeeper's Cloak. So, not like there's any word currently yet. Doom has reconnected. Oh, he's figuring out his item build again here. Boots of Travel, Shard, Shivas, BKB in there as well. Says I'm good to go.
Now
Give me all the items, because that's what he's going to get. Midas and a Devour. Devour 200 bonus gold.
Look to their middle tower. Dire
Plus 7 armor as well. That's nothing to sneeze at. So after a pause, sometimes players lose a little bit of focus with what's happening on the map. Just the tempo of the map is lost. That was quite a long pause. So, you know, if you play Dota yourself, you realize that after a pause, strange things can happen. Just in any sport, really. You know, after a break, a drinks break or something like that, players normally lose just a little bit of focus. And right now, there's an opportunity for a team to make a bit of a misstep. Both teams have opportunities to punish. They have abilities, big spells, to punish the opposition. Baz is coming in. He's got the blink epicenter. He sees Notice. No BKB ready yet. Sandstorm on top. Hellscream comes out with the additional damage. Well, the Sunray will be enough. It will burst down. There's a Tombstone. Building up the zombies. It is level 4, but they do manage to disengage. And now it's Snako, who's overstepped a little bit. He wanted to chase through. Laguna comes through with the impetus hits. Dragon Slave will finish him off. And once again, this Tombstone just doesn't really feel that effective. I mean, you forced him to go back, but for what? You just back up, kill the Undying, and then go and get 200 gold from a Tombstone. And the immediate 4-man smoke comes out. They want more. Bazda, he's got the Blink Dagger. You're going to find him. Sunray out onto the hack, and the Chrono will follow up immediately. There is Shrapnel on top. Impetus hits coming in. Look at the damage. 2-man Centaur Stump on 2. Doom will come through everyone to the Faceless Void. Will die. There isn't Supernova on the high ground. Roger trying to take it out, stand his ground, but he can't. Hellscream. If the damage will do enough. 100 plus 100 gold. Killing that Familiar as well. No Doom now for 120 seconds. Lal is ignoring the points in Assassinate. Hasn't started to level up the stats yet, but we probably will see him do that to increase his right-click damage a little bit more. But on the whole, pretty good fight for Nemiga. They take out the Visage. The POS 1 dies for the POS 1, but of course, Visage died first. And you saw how quickly the Visage died. There is so much countering this POS 1 Visage this game. You know, yeah. When you get a good Visage game and the Gravekeeper's Cloak is just able to pretty much make you immortal, Visage feels like the sort of hero that just should be first picked every game. But when you get countered, like by Sand King, with pure damage coming through for the Impetus, it really doesn't do a lot. And as this POS 1 melting away, can't be good for team morale for the moment for BetBoomTeam. And this game 3 is starting to feel a little bit like the game 2 in terms of the tempo. They're setting up here. Roger has a blink, level 4 in Hex and the Shackles. Their Sniper won't be able to connect quite fast enough. I think him and Sniper have enough damage if the snakes get put down as well. So Hex into wards, Shackle with Sniper hitting on top. Probably enough damage to get through this Void, who really only has, 600 HP at this point, so not very tanky just yet. Snako with the completed Holy Locket, and maxing out that Soul Rip now will start to get a little bit more damage coming through. Noticed, still thinking about potentially the Boots of Travel or the Shard. Not quite sure which one he wants to go into next. And we have a 5-man smoke from BetBoom in the river. Moving forward, Noticed has the Centaur Stomp as well. What's the target? Anything they can really find at the moment. Lena would be fantastic. If they could find Malorine down on this low ground. But Sand King's hiding up in the trees, and the rest of Nemiga seem to sense that there's a movement happening here. DD in the bottom lane. Will that attract someone in? Oh, Hellscream. He's gonna show, and actually no. Roger, the ones who blinks away, feels that actually they don't have the vision on this high ground, and potentially it could be a bad fight for them. For the right call at the end of the day. Look at these birds dealing with damage. This Wild Rune Ripper that does 100 damage. Like, this is insane. We saw Enchantress in the last game dealt 10,000 tower damage. something else when you think about Enchantress. Support Enchantress, that is, as well. Malorine. No BKB yet. So going for more stat-efficient items at the moment. And into the Roche Pit we go. Wards dropped. There's the birds are there, dealing the damage. Yeah, it's dying way too quick. There's going to be a shard. Who's going to pick that up? Probably the Visage, so he can survive a little bit more on the Sniper. Sniper will grab the Aegis and the Shard. So Concussive Grenade. I think they're realizing that, yeah, Visage is a little bit countered. They can't really go all in on this guy. And Sniper is their true carry this game. Azir is just sitting top. Level 2 Echo. Specialist Array ready to go to work. I'm going to make a rotation here. Lift will be popped. I think they're just trying to get the most efficiency out of the map right now that they can. No pumping of an Echo here, so... An Echo. No pumping of an Epicenter, so certainly going to let that fall in the top lane. Azir might even try and cut a wave. Now he's blinked back home. Cutting a wave there might have been the right call, and then TPing out. He will blink back to his base and walk it off. 5-man smoke though from BetBoom. They want to keep this pressure burning right now. They feel they have a small advantage with the Sniper, with this Aegis. And the picked up Shard. Concussive Grenade is very good for mobility around the map. So bad, would love to tank this gank for his Void. Void does not want to die here. They are making their way out. I think So Bad will pay the price. Did get off the Nature's Attendants. He's living for a while. Will eventually get plinked down by Lal. And for the side of Nemiga, that's actually a bit of a win, you know. BKB has been finished now up on Kiritich. They're just trying to wait for this Aegis to tick down. Another 3 minutes. Or Doom TPing him, and Hellscream and Malorine are just heading for the hills immediately. They don't want a piece of that. They're back up onto the high ground. Void's here. They sort of expected someone to be standing there. Sniper is in the vicinity with the damage. He has a Daedalus. Daedalus is operational. You cannot ignore the Sniper. Going in with the Epi. So he cancels the Epi. Would just be a pick off on the Shaman. And now they go in with the Chrono. They're going to catch the Visage. Tombstone is blocked, but there's no way they can save him. Birds are still alive. It is 2 kills. Sniper's going to run out of friends soon. They're looking for the catch. They still have an Epi. I'm not sure that BetBoom should be hanging around. They want to keep in the area. I mean, that's a 3v5. Yeah, Sniper's got 2 lives, but I don't think this is something you want to do. With an Epi and a Supernova in the wings. I mean, they stood their ground, and Nemiga blinked first, I think. Certainly no buybacks were going to come out, so... With Chrono down, they didn't feel comfortable in hanging around. Oh well, 2 kills for them. They're still... Tier 2 is standing here, probably not for too much longer. Bottom lane. Hex with the wards and the shackle. Will they have enough damage? In comes Noticed. Yeah, with the Centaur Stomp, and he will go down. Hurricane Pike, not quite enough. But once again, it's just sort of buying time. Doom wasn't used. Minute 24 on the Aegis. Tower's slowly falling. The high ground isn't going to be threatened with this Aegis. So, Chrono's coming back off cooldown. Midas usages are starting to build up. Yeah, this is super good for Nemiga right now. Catapult wave coming in. Okay. They're going to get a little bit of chip damage here. Chuck out the time dilation. Tombstone on the high ground. They actually might be committing for this tower. I mean, they have a Visage. They have to make use of this time. Lina has respawned. Chrono ready in 30 seconds. 37 seconds left on this Aegis. I mean, I stand corrected. The high ground is being taken. Secondary glyph coming out. Lots of damage coming out on Lal. But Rax isn't taken. I think Nemiga is once again happy with this. They haven't lost too much from this Aegis. And really, if this sniper without the Aegis, if a Chrono goes down on the sniper with a Supernova in the wings, they know that they can win this. 4 seconds. They know the timing on the Aegis. I think there's going to be a smoke play coming quickly out here. Smoke ready? Where's the smoke's at? Okay. So bad has the smoke. Aegis has been reclaimed. There is vision up on this high ground. They have to de-ward if they want to fight in this area, because that would be probably very, very risky fighting into a high ground without the vision being held. They're all moving out together. It sort of gets the feeling like they might be smoking. But BetBoom will get that feeling as well, and will probably just start to move back by the time any rotation comes through. Although Notice is still moving in. Both teams, I think, feel like they have a bit of an advantage here. And the bluffs and counter bluffs in this game are pretty real. So bad, each minute this game goes on, it'll become more of an impact with these impetus hits. As the Dragonlance, so pretty strong. Tier 2 tower bottom will go down. Top lane, have caught the Lina. Oh no, in with the secondary stun. And no full stuff this time, although they still want to fight. They're going in. Visage is being caught, there's an Epi on top. Tombstone will be dropped, but Dahak will not fall. He will go down eventually. There's a Chrono on the backline. They catch two. Shadowsharma goes down. Doom with the BKB has been popped. Stun. Centaur. Conqueror comes out of Kiritish. We'll get the... Can't walk away. He's going to try and TP. There is a Doom available. Oh, the cast time. So bad is still running. He'll try and get a courier kill, and he will on the way out. I think he's fast enough. With the 4-staff, he's just going to walk it off and TP away in the trees. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Sand King. Oh, he knows it as well. Yeah, just coming up to farm a wave, and Notice says, whoa, hang on a second. A no health Sand King? I might just blink in and kill this guy. Lal's item progression hasn't really moved forward too much at this point though, past the Hurricane Pike. So very mobile with the Hurricane Pike and the Concussive Grenade. May even bait out a Chrono and be able to get out of it with those 2 bits of mobility. Sand King up in 16. They want to commit for this Rax. Without the Aegis though, it's a little bit risky. 70 seconds on Chrono. They do know the timings on these spells. Impetus hits though, you can't ignore them. Tombstone on the high ground. Soul Assumptions are starting to deal a little bit of damage. There is Mage Slayer. In comes with the blink, but Fire Strike does follow. BKB does he come out before the LSA. Mass Serpent Wards dropped on the high ground. BKB from Kiritich jumps in, jumps out, puts down the time dilation. The wards will be farmed along with this Tombstone. There's plenty of gold on the way out for Nemiga, and they do only lose 1 Rax. Chrono is coming back up in 30. This game is all about timings right now. With Chrono down, BetBoom can push down a lane with his Visage buffs. With the Chrono, Nemiga are feeling very, very strong and able to push through. Chrono up in 10. Midas, please. Please use the Midas. Use the Midas. Blinking in. Gets the stun. Epicenter follow up. They try and get onto Seneko, but Epicenter actually gets cancelled, and Doom Faceless actually gets caught by the bird stuns. Oh no. The Phoenix Bird, the Firebird's being caught as well, and there'll be no living for him. There's a Roche available with an Aghanim Scepter. This is looking very bad now. Those bird stuns catching out the Faceless. It's jumping in. I mean, you had an excellent Chrono ready to rock and roll. So we have Aegis on Lal. Cheese Cheese will go over onto Noticed. And he'll also grab the Aghanim's Scepter Blessing. So now, allies in a 3 for 25 radius around the Doom target also suffer the effects of Doom. Allows Doom to be self-cast to affect enemies around himself. And Lyle, he just concussive grenades straight up onto the high ground. No mucking around here. With the birds in support, he knows he can do this. There's an Aegis on him. How can they bring him down twice? Are they anywhere close to a refresher? No, not really on this void. Gonna have the gold. Shiva's Guard complete on Doom, so all of the items are coming together now for BetBoom. Moon Shard on the sniper, so very, very quick hits. This is not the water gun build. He has a Daedalus, so this sniper is to be feared. 3 minutes 50 left on the Aegis. Can they delay Nemiga? Can they push out these lanes to try and save another lane of racks? I don't think so. This wave is already pretty close to this bottom racks. Question is, do BetBoom wanna hunt, or do they want to push? At the moment, as they're moving across, it looks like they wanna hunt. Maybe get a pick off first, then go into the push. I mean, that just secures the push. If they get the pick off, then the push is very easy. It might even force a buyback. Tsuneko has a Glimmer Cape now finished up as well. Just gives that extra little bit of survivability. Boots of Bearing with the pipe. All the auras over on this Visage. Has a gem as well just to clear out any vision with the birds. So you're going to feel very safe on the map with where they're moving. So Bad has his own gem. I mean, he's moving out with his gem pretty aggressively. Well, he needs to be a little bit careful. His whole team is nowhere near him. He has level 4 in Nature's Attendance. Maybe he thinks if he can get it off, he can potentially live with that 10% bonus magic resist, but it's a scary place to be, holding your team's gem all the way that far forward. I mean, it could be either masterful bait or a little bit miscalculated. I think Lyle, if he gets on top of you with that Moonshard Daedalus, that untouchable, is not going to help. Roger actually has a Boots of Travel with BKB coming up soon. And we've seen the strength of this BKB Shackles. It really does lock down heroes for a long period of time. Hellscream nowhere near that Shiva's Guard yet. He wants it. Actually, I probably could buy it. It's 173 gold off, but he won't have buyback. Smoke coming behind. They can't see their movements. No wards will be assisting here. Lal is popping the high ground. Tombstone plus the Mass Serpents are thrown down. This tower will be falling. Lal taking a little bit of impetus damage, but will be healed up immediately from the Undying with the Soul Rip. This tower and this Rax are not going to be surviving in this fight. Aegis for another 2 minutes. I think they can just go bottom. Are they just going to let it fall? Actually, they've caught middle lane. Sand King does just get this Bow Strike away, but Kiritich, you're getting hit. Daedalus Moonshard, you cannot hang around in this area. That's a BKB used. So really no commitment there at all from the side of BetBoom, and all the commitment from Nemiga. I mean, you take away this Faceless for his BKB, and what do you have? You know, yeah, you're the top net worth hero on your team, but what are you going to do here? So Bad. Trying to just bait a few attacks away from the tower. Tombstone is put down. Can't get the hits off it, so Tombstone will fall with Mallory on the side. Notice comes in, but Roger, he gets the hold, and it's the self-doom, so Notice, he's dooming everyone. Immediate buyback from Faceless Void. Tsuneko has been caught in the front lines and will go down. Charmin will fall. Maybe this is an opportunity to get in, but the doom is still being active. It will expire. Vazto goes down to Daedalus crits. Kiritich has the chrono, will use it, but there's 40 seconds left. And he's not going to kill him the once. They got to go back. It's Buyback City coming out from BetBoomTeam. And there goes the... Kiritich is dead. The Faceless Void He used buyback already, and it looks like this game will be wrapping up very, very shortly. Lena used the buyback as well. Never really got to the point in this game of getting that Daedalus Satanic, the point of the last game. The power has not returned. Lyle, they're going for the Ancients. The tier 4s are under siege, and they know there's no buyback. They have to try and wait 14 seconds for Sand King, but with the Tombstone dropped, the Bird's going to work. Aegis will expire. Mass Serpent Words are dropped as well. They're trying to kill the Tombstone. They can't even commit onto that. Dahak's just zoning the whole team. Hellscream has no Supernova either. In jumps Notice with the stun and the blade. Fazda cranking up the epicenter, but it's just not going to be enough on the back line. Sniper is just going to town. Lol is laughing all the way to the bank as BetBoomTeam take game 3 and will be progressing through to the next round in the lower bracket.